Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Last week we brought you two segments from my extended interview with Lynn Bowden, and tonight is our final installment from our one-on-one conversation where Lynn talks about his time in blue. Who was the best player you played against?
Probably Chauncey from Florida. He plays for the Saints right now. Yeah.
So speaking of the Saints, there's a guy named Taysom Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look at yourself like him at all? Because I know that he's been put into, they kind of throw him into every position on the field and kind of work him in. Where it's obviously Drew Brees as the quarterback, but Taysom's in there.
Yeah, I see him. I see him do it a lot. But I'm me. So it's gonna be fun to see another person in the league like me. But I'm me, one of a kind.
You made some kind of name for yourself this year. I'm
trying. I'm just outside of me. I'm trying to make a name for the University of Kentucky. I want people to understand like you don't always gotta depict the biggest things to go be great. You just be yourself. You ain't gotta be a follower. You just go where your mind wants you to go and what your heart is telling you. You ain't gotta be a follower.
Where do you think this program is headed?
To the top. I see in the next couple of years, maybe even this year, they could be playing for a national championship.
Terry should be back, hopefully. This team still has a lot, like the Big Blue Wall. A bunch of the Big Blue Wall will still be there. How good are those guys, by the way?
Outstanding. Like they should have won every award impossible for O-line as a whole. So I don't understand. It gets me mad when I think about it. So.
Speaking of awards, you got the Paul Hornung Award. I think the ceremony's coming up in a couple months or something
March
like
4th.
that. Talk about your reaction and finding out that you had gotten that.
Well, see, when I found out I was like one of the four, I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm being realistic. I'm like, I'm probably not going to win it, because everything I should have won, or had potential to win, and I had better stats than people. I always got snubbed for some reason. I don't know why. So when I found out, I'm like, nah, I think y'all lying. Y'all just trying to make me feel better. And then they actually announced it. I'm like, oh. I start crying a little bit. I'm like, wow, I really won something, on a national stage. So it was just a blessing.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't win, I think a lot of people thought, what's the point of having this award? If it's for the most versatile player, and you pretty much did it all.
I tried.
How were your teammates? Because, the offense was Lynn Bowden for the last 8 games of the season. It was you. Did they accept that role of he can do this, so we've got to help him because it'll help the team? Or was it tough for some of the other guys?
Well, it was definitely we all just played our role. The running backs, they were splitting carries with me and each other. So once everybody know when you get your shot, you got to make the best of the opportunity. So even with the receivers, they knew, okay, one time out of this game, we're gonna get a shot. We gotta make the best of it. And everybody really just bought into the program and what they built around us.
What's your favorite win?
Probably the Beckwell. Yeah, Beckwell.
What was your toughest loss?
Georgia this year. Yeah, Georgia. I say Georgia because why I say that, it's raining, a couple big plays we capitalized off of, we penalized for it. And I actually think we beat them at Georgia. So.
How about over the course of your whole career? Was that, the Florida game comes to mind as something that breaking the streak was pretty cool.
Yeah, probably that game. Either that game or Penn State game.
You had a lot of good wins in your 3 years here, for sure. And it'll go down in history as obviously you had a unbelievable season. Do you have any regrets?
No regrets. I feel like everything happened for a reason. Maybe the younger me when I first came here stayed off Twitter a little bit, but everything happened for a reason. I take everything with a grain of salt and just go.
Youngstown is still very important to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to go back into that community and do things in the future? Only
time I'm going back there is if I could do something productive for them and help them and help the young kids. I'm not going to be just visiting and chilling there because it's a lot of stuff going on. You know, I don't want to talk bad about the town, but it's not really a town where you can just go there if you got something going on because of the kind of people that's there.
But would you like to help make it a better place?
I definitely want to make it a better place. Like I will always claim Youngstown. I never disclaim it. That's my hometown. So I'm as much as I can do, I'm going to try to make it a better place.
If anyone can do it, it'll be Lynn. Still ahead on Hey Kentucky, a game of Big Deal or No Deal. We'll cover several more topics, including an eye-popping private bourbon label that takes aim at Rick Pitino. Don't go away.